2024 Mercedes-Benz EQB SUV First Look Review, What's New? As Mercedes-Benz continues to pour effort into its electric range, EQ-named products are being carefully tweaked to one day merge with non-electric models in a unified electric lineup. Thus, the 2024 Mercedes EQB gets a fresh face for the new year and a few new details to its onboard tech and cabin. Its looks now align with the rest of the EQ lineup and, while there's no change to the powertrains available, you still have access to 3 trims with as much as 288 horsepower and a maximum range that should match the current model's EPA-rated 245 miles. This doesn't seem awfully impressive alongside other electric SUVs, so is the promise of a third row of seating and an opulent interior enough to draw buyers over? When is the 2024 Mercedes EQB coming out? The release date for the new Mercedes EQB is set for 2024. Mercedes-Benz says the first models will be arriving in the USA in the first half of next year. 2024 Mercedes EQB price and competition. The price of the 2024 Mercedes EQB hasn't been announced yet, but it's reasonable to expect an increase over the cost of current models. The 2023 range starts at an MSRP of $52,750 for the base trim, increasing to $56,900 for the 304 Matic, and topping out at $60,550 for the 354 Matic. A new base price of $55,000 isn't unlikely. Rivals include the Tesla Model Y, which also offers a third row of seats, more power, and more range, at a much lower starting price. Granted, the Model Y isn't lauded for its plush interior and high-quality finishes, but it may indicate that Mercedes EQ has some work to do to catch up. Buyers may also want to cross-shop with the Cadillac Lyriq, which is only slightly more expensive than the EQB, has more power on tap, and is much quicker to 60 miles per hour. The cherry on the cake is that its range exceeds the 300-mile mark. New Mercedes EQB exterior and colors. While this facelift doesn't see extensive changes to the exterior of the Mercedes EQB, there are enough tweaks to set it apart from the outgoing version. Most obvious is the newly designed black panel surface on the grille that now sports a star pattern and not horizontal chrome bars. This brings it more in line with the rest of the EQ range. Atop this grille, there's a light band that joins the headlights with DRLs. The front bumper has also been slightly updated. At the rear, the design of the tail lights has been changed from rectangular shapes to parallel lines inside the cluster. The rest of the EQB SUV remains as we knew it, a boxy, imposing utility vehicle with an assertive stance and a sense of being well grounded. The roof rails, rear spoiler, and glass roof all remain, and it's likely that buyers will still be able to add AMG body styling if they want to. No changes have been made to standard wheel size, according to the brand, so the EQB will roll into 2024 on model-specific wheels starting at 18 inches and growing to 19 inches on higher trims. Mercedes-Benz has added new colors to the EQB palette for the new year, including Starling Blue and Syrah Silver. Mercedes EQB dimensions. There are no changes to the dimensions of the facelift Mercedes EQB. The SUV stretches 184.4 inches in length and rests on a 111.3-inch wheelbase. Width is listed as 72.2 inches, while height comes in at 65.6 inches. Since all measurements have carried over, it's not likely that curb weight will be too different either, perhaps adding a few pounds for new equipment. This suggests the 2024 EQB will weigh upwards of the 4,497-pound curb weight listed for the current base model. Mercedes EQB powertrain and performance. There's nothing new in terms of powertrain for the electric Merc this year. The same setup makes between 188 and 288 HP, depending on the selected configuration. There are 3 models in the lineup, with the entry-level 250 Plus trim coming with a front-wheel-mounted electric motor that makes 188 HP and 284 lb-ft, while the mid-range 304 Matic gets a motor for each axle. This is good for specs of 225 HP and 288 lb-ft. At the top end of the lineup, the 354 Matic variant's dual-motor setup makes 288 HP and 384 lb-ft. While the EQB was never intended to be rapid, the 0 to 60 miles per hour times aren't bad, with the slowest model getting it done in 8 seconds and the most rapid version dispatching it in 6 seconds. Top speed is limited to 99 miles per hour in all cases. Range, charging, and battery life. Since there are no changes made to the powertrain in the Mercedes EQB, efficiency is expected to remain the same, even though Mercedes mentioned more efficiency and range. With a 70.5 kWh battery, the EQB can be recharged in around 8 hours from empty on a level 2 home charger. But with DC fast charging capacity, the EQB can go from 10 to 80% in just over half an hour. The plug and charge function is new, and makes charging up even more convenient. Simply plug in, and the process starts automatically without the need for authentication. With the least power on tap, the base 250 Plus has an electric range of 245 miles, which drops to 232 miles one step up to the 304matic. The most powerful model can travel for 221 miles on a charge. A new range monitoring function has been added to help manage efficiency, with suggestions for changing driving modes or lowering speed as some of the alternatives. Mercedes EQB interior and cargo. The facelift for the new Mercedes-Benz EQB SUV includes some interior upgrades, too. Easily noticeable will be the addition of the current generation steering wheel, which is found in other models in the electric range. There's still up to 7 seats available in the Mercedes EQB across 3 rows, and with sufficient space for people up to 5.4 feet tall in the back row, the EQB remains eminently practical. The rearmost perches can also fit child safety seats. Tech has also been upgraded inside the EQB, and the latest generation of MBUX is equipped here. This allows for customization of the display's appearance, subtle/sporty/classic. There are 3 modes to choose from: navigation, assistance, or service. A 10.25-inch central touchscreen is made standard across the range, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto can connect wirelessly. Audio options remain the same for 2024, but the optional Burmester surround sound system features immersive Dolby Atmos now, with cinema levels of quality that audiophiles will enjoy. New for 2024 are the 2 sound experiences available for the EQB. These powertrain soundtracks work in conjunction with the optional Burmester surround sound system, however, so you'll need to spec this on if you want access to choosing how your EV sounds. There are also 2 more soundtracks available for purchase over and above the standard set. Upgrades also pertain to the driver assistance systems, which benefit from improved sensor technology, a new mono multipurpose camera, and a new backup camera. The automaker has also made improvements to how some of the driver assistance systems work, citing quicker response times and smoother integration. The optional parking package comes with a 360-degree camera, and the upgraded sensors and system now work quicker and more effectively to make parking a breeze. Cargo space ranges from 17.4 cubic feet to 60.4 cubes in 5-seat configuration, but you get slightly less with 3 rows optioned on. Trunk space then ranges between 16.4 cubic feet and 57.2 cubes. The second row can also be moved forward by as much as 5.5 inches to provide more space for luggage in the back, adding around 6.7 cubes.